What's up, guys? Scott here from Chernobyl Studios, and this year it is my mission to help you avoid buyer's remorse. We are going to start with Waves plugins. There's a ton of people who are looking at Waves plugins right now because they're sending lots of emails. I know my inbox is full, and Waves are pretty much just doing sale after sale after sale after sale and bundle after bundle after bundle. However, be careful because a lot of the Waves plugins, quite honestly, you just don't need, or they're very specific. All right, but there are a lot of Waves plugins that you can get in a bundle in a reduced price so that you can basically make an effective purchase, right? Instead of buying individually or realizing later that you needed a plugin that wasn't in a bundle. So I'm going to recommend a couple of Waves bundles and plugins today. Hopefully that can help you understand what you may need, what you should look for. And when it comes to Black Friday, guys, always remember, basically there's two rules. The first rule is, do you actually need it? Is it a software update at a reduced price? Is it a plugin at a reduced price that you've been looking at for a long time? Okay. And will it have an immediate effect on your mixing skills? I.e., will it fill a gap? Will it fill a need? Will it make your mixing process easier or faster? Okay, because if you understand how the plugin can help you and it's worth it to you, then that's a good purchase. If you find yourself just being like, 70% off, and buying it for that reason, it's worse than a 50-50 chance that you're going to end up not liking the plugin and not using it. And listen, I am guilty of this. For many years, I was just buying plugins, as many as I could, hoping that this would be the holy grail and it would completely change my mixing skills. But like I've said in earlier videos this year, never once did I buy a plugin and suddenly I had a great mix. It never happened, okay? The plugins are just tools, all right? Everything that we do is from here, in our mind, in our ears. The decisions we make based on what we're hearing. So the tools only do what we tell them to do. They're not magic. They don't just do everything magically for us, all right? Even presets and various products out there that are literally 95% configured to get you to a good mix. There's still that 5% that's very important, that you have to understand so that you can make a good mix. So let's jump right in here. I got the Waves website open here. Change my view. All right. The very first thing I'm going to recommend is the Gold Bundle. Now, this is mainly for people who don't have any Waves plugins at all and are maybe looking at getting their first third-party purchase. The Waves Gold Bundle basically is going to cover you. It's got compressors, EQs, and actually you can see right here everything that the Gold Bundle has. And there are a few plugins in here that you're just not going to use. But if you were to get these plugins individually, obviously you're going to save a crap ton of money, all right? So, for example, the C1 compressor, I still use that. I love to use that on snare drum, for example. C4 multiband, great for doing the anti-sneap trick. All right, you got a de-esser, fantastic. They've actually added the Kramer drum channel recently. I actually don't know when, but that's been added. They added an electric piano. It was like this year or last year. And by the way, when you buy these bundles, and if you're in the Waves update plan, which is a totally different thing, you'll get these plugins added automatically for free, so it's no big deal. Skip all these. These are useless. The tuner, which is fantastic. You also have the H-Comp hybrid compressor and the delay, which I really am a fan of. You have the L1, which is like famous right now. Max bass, fantastic for adding harmonic frequencies to your bass tracks to put them in the higher frequencies so your bass can be heard on smaller speakers. Paz analyzer is fantastic. I used that when I first was starting out. You've got the Q10 equalizer, great workhorse plugin. And then you have the Renaissance Axe and compressor and equalizer and reverb. These are fantastic plugins, particularly the equalizer. It's almost like an analog parametric kind of deal, how that works. It's really quite nice. TrueVerb is cool, and then a VU meter if you would like that. Plus, you have some other stuff in here that you can play with, like Symbolints to help deal with voiceovers and harsh frequencies. The Vitamin Sonic Enhancer, which is kind of like a secret weapon. It's like a multi-band secret weapon where you can really craft and shape the sounds of your instruments. It's really quite cool. And then obviously you got some vintage style stuff here, compressors and EQs. But as you can see, this is a great starter bundle. It's a fantastic starter bundle. There are a number of workhorse plugins that would be in here. For example, the C1 compressor, the C4 multiband, the L1, What else was I looking at here? The Renaissance EQ, that could be workhorse plugin for sure. So there are a number of great plugins in here. A doubler. So there are options here to get you started at a great price for the gold bundle. Okay. Now, if you have the gold bundle already and you're looking to upgrade, basically, I would recommend you to upgrade to the diamond bundle, and that's kind of where I would stop as far as the waves bundles go. The reason for that is because basically at this point they're adding a lot of plugins where I just don't know if you actually use them, to be quite frank with you. I mean, you got the center thing here is cool, but I mean, you can see here that we have the compressor, the C4 multiband. Now we're getting some other filtering plugins. We're getting some one knob plugins here. The main thing that's being added here that's really cool is L2, the linear phase EQ, the linear phase multiband compressor, two amazing plugins. This is awesome on your overall sub mix. You could really just do some fine-tuned leveling of your mix. It's really quite nice, to be honest with you. Max bass, max volume is cool. Moving on, we have the Puke Tech EQs. Now, I bought the Puke Tech EQs individually because I love them so much, and they're really fun to use on drums. And you could even do some stuff with the guitar. I know Glenn Fricker showed a trick with the Puke Tech EQ where you could add subharmonic frequency to the guitars, and you can use it on your master bus too to just fine-tune the overall sound in the mix a little bit. The other cool thing that's added in this particular bundle is the Renaissance bass, which I have used a lot to help beef up my bass guitars in mixes to help make sure there's a lot more low end overall. Also added is the Smack Attack, which is basically a transient designer. Works as intended. It's quite nice and very simple, which is the main thing. And if it's important to you, they have the loudness meter in here. This is a fully featured loudness meter with like all the different types of metering that you could ever want to use. It's a great plugin to use. And that's why I would say if you have gold and you want to upgrade, you could go to diamond. That'd be okay. If you don't think gold has everything that you would need and you want to go straight to diamond, that's cool too. And it will literally have everything that you would probably want to use from the Waves category, or the Waves catalog, that's not an SSL or a CLA bundle and so forth. And we're going to go over that right now. Next, SSL 4000. This should be pretty much a no-brainer buy. The SSL is world famous, and for good reason. It's awesome. With this bundle, you'll get the E channel, the G channel, the G equalizer. Really awesome on guitars, by the way. And most importantly, the G master bus compressor, which everyone loves. You put it on your sub mix, put it on your drum bus. It's really, you can use it everywhere. It's universal. And then it's not uncommon, you know, but people will have the SSL E channel on every single track because you can do that. So this is definitely a workhorse bundle. If you don't want to get gold or you don't want to get diamond, you want to have an E channel strip, just grab the SSL 4000 collection. And I can tell you right now, when I got this it was double this price on sale. All right, so man, the plugins are really affordable these days. Next up, I would recommend the API collection. Now, if you're in Guitar Tone Mastery or you've watched any of my Guitar Tone videos in the past, you know why. I love the API. But the API collection also includes the 2500, which is a compressor that you can also use on the drum bus or your sub mix bus and stuff like that. Plus two different versions of the 550, which they just have different frequency notches. Okay, and then the 560, again, different frequency notches. Really great plugins. I love using them on guitars. So great bundle to pick up here. And I don't know if I mentioned it yet, but if you don't want to pick any of these bundles, all of these can be picked up individually. Like you can just come down here and click the link and just like, hey, I just want to grab the E channel. No problem. You can do that. All right. Finally, or not finally, I should say, next we have the CLA Classic Compressors, which should not surprise you. Specifically, the CLA 76. It's everywhere. It's a fantastic compressor. Can be used in many different situations. Many different situations. Plus, you can get the CLA 2A and then the CLA 3A, or you can just get the CLA 76 if you wish. This is a great bundle to have. Definitely worth it. Now, there are two individual plugins that I could recommend if you don't have them. One is the Kramer Master Tape. Great for app. I just like to put it on the sub mix bus and just add a little bit of tape saturation to what I'm doing. Sounds cool. That's really all I use it for. And then the other plugin that I could recommend would be the Pi Compressor plugin. Now, in the past, I used this sort of just on my drums bus. This actually was a trick that I was experimenting with after watching Joey Sturgis do it. I stopped doing it not because it sucks or anything. I sort of gravitated more towards the SSL and stuff like that. But this is something you could look at if you would like to get different flavor from your drum sounds, and put it on the drum bus and get the extra little snappy attack from the transits and stuff like that. So that's all I would really feel comfortable recommending from the Waves website right now. There are a ton of Black Friday deals, and remember, if there's a plugin I didn't talk about, it doesn't mean I think it sucks. It just means that these are the bundles that I showed you right now, and the plugins that I showed you right now that I think are the best bang for the buck, where you are getting a really great value for what you're paying. So that's why I wanted to make this video about Waves plugins that I recommend. So I want to help you guys avoid buyer's remorse. So that's going to do it for this video. Good luck with Black Friday. Man, it's hard for me too, trust me, but just good luck. Try to keep your emotions in check. And I'm going to make a couple more videos during this Black Friday season to point out some things and some deals I think that you guys would like, so that you can make the most out of this Black Friday season, so that starting from now all the way into next year, your mixes and your songs and your recordings can improve substantially. All right? So thanks a lot for watching the video. Hit like, subscribe, bell notification, leave a comment. And like I always say, anything else that needs to be done these days so you don't miss any of the upcoming videos, especially the upcoming Black Friday videos where I will help you guys navigate the deals and stuff like that. All right? Thanks a lot. See you in the next video. Have a good one.